Hey, how's it going, guys? We're back online. It feels like we've not released a video in like ages, and I think the last one was around December, and that's just because we've not really been anywhere because you weren't allowed to. Still COVID-ish times. Hopefully not for much longer, but we'll see, nobody knows. But yeah, we're down in Wales, North Wales. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of the place because I just can't. But it's a really nice place, not far from Snowdonia, and well, it's within the national park, I think. So yeah, stick around and we'll take you with us. I don't think there's too much walking to be done on the other side of the footbridge because the little village town place, high street's over there. I think most of the hiking's in that direction as well, but I knew that this suspension bridge was here, and I do like a suspension bridge, so yeah, couldn't pass on the opportunity to walk through it. Okay, that's enough walking around the high street, the footbridge, and down there in town, village place. Let's head up the hills. I love walking through a forest. You never know what you're going to spot, what you're going to see, what's waiting around the corner, behind a tree. Different shapes and sizes, textures, colours. It's just awesome. It's definitely been way too long. We took a little detour down the little path going off the main trail, going up the hill. There's a lot of these coming off, and yeah, you can't possibly venture into all of them. A day's not enough. But yeah, there's little streams, little bridges, and yeah, paths like this. And you can just go walking for day after day after day. We're nearly towards the top. The main path starts off quite steep at the bottom, but then flattens out as you get towards the top. So don't be discouraged if you're coming. Okay, guys. So when you get to the top, to that sign that says you've made it, you haven't, because it's not there. You have to carry on walking for a bit further, but it's fairly flat, like I said earlier. So yeah, it's just a nice little stroll. But we are now getting towards the end of the forest, so we're hopeful that the Lynn Tarn Lake is close by.
It's Lynn Elsie.
Lynn. How do you pronounce it?
Llyn.
Llyn.
Double L.
double L. I don't do Welsh. Right, so hopefully sandwiches and hot chocolate stop up ahead. So we stopped over for a little picnic, sandwiches, hot chocolate, a bit of some crisps, and it's really nice just looking over the little lake, Lynn, Tarn, whatever language or word you want to use. We're here on a Wednesday, which is probably quite good because the town that we've come to, that we parked at, is very popular. Is a very popular tourist destination. So I imagine on a weekend, especially now that everybody's trying to get out after all the lockdowns that we've had, I imagine this gets really busy on a weekend. But on the Wednesday, especially with today being forecast just rain all the time, I think we got quite lucky. So yeah, very nice day out.
Make sure you always get a good shot on it.
We send it off and it's like £200. There's quite a few picnic areas around the water, by the lake. So yeah, if you bring a packed lunch, if you bring a picnic, some sandwiches, then yeah, there's plenty of places to stop by. Quite a few of them have benches, but the ones that don't have somewhere flat to sit down, so maybe bring a blanket if you want, some seed pads. Yeah, really nice. It's just, with it being midweek, I can really just relax, sit back. You can't really hear other people because there's hardly anybody else about. So yeah, if you can, oh, flies, midges. Yeah, come midweek. We just went to sign saying, oh, we're planting more trees. The irony is that it's surrounded by tree stumps. It's like, well, you know, if you didn't cut them in the first place, you may not have to plant them. I appreciate that it's probably forest management and what have you, but it just looks a bit funny. There's a lot of trees overturned and a lot of spectacular trees like the one there. Definitely recommend for a little walk. We're taking our time, so it's going to take us, well, I don't know, we're probably about halfway around the lake now, but I imagine it for us is going to be like a 4-hour walk, hike, but you could do it unless you could do it in more. The only thing I would say is not very wheelchair friendly, because yeah, there are places where it would be, well, very difficult, if not nearly impossible, to get a wheelchair through. But if you like mountain biking, yeah, it's probably a good place to bring one. Oh, well, I forgot to say, if you have come, or if you want to come but have no way to bring a bike, there is a mountain bike hire place pretty much just at the end, not at the entrance, but literally a few yards from the entrance, where you basically start the hike by the information board. So yeah, if you come for a few days, well, you can always hire one. Okay, so we've done the round around the lake. It's pretty nice, relaxed. Like I said, quite easy to get around most of it. Just not quite wheelchair access friendly, if that's a concern to you. So we're now gonna head down back to town, and there's some waterfalls just up the road, so we're gonna walk up to there and see what time we're done there. But I think that's literally by the side of the road, so yeah, let's go and see some waterfalls. Okay, so at the train station here, which by the way you can actually grab a real train to get down here, there's also a train museum, which isn't really huge, but they do have a miniature railway, which I'm got Jo to go into the shop and see if she can get us some tickets, because I'm 6. So yeah, I'll see if she can get some. There's also a train cafe over there, where you can probably grab a drink. And did you get us some tickets?
2 tickets for the miniature railway.
Tickets. We are going on the miniature railway. We are going to look ridiculous, which isn't the first time, but let's go. Now, post-train trip interview.
Yeah.
Was this one of the best things you've done this year?
Highlight.
Highlight of the year.
Highlight of the year.
You've heard it here. Come here.
The only thing I've done this year.
Yeah, that is one of the very few things we've done this year.
Yeah.
So come to Wales and go on a miniature rail. Well worth the £2.50. Okay, so we've had some ice cream now, we've been on the train, so now it's the time to find the waterfall. I think we're heading in the right direction. I think we've driven past it a few times in the past when we went hiking to other places, so I don't think it's far. Guys, top tip, if you're gonna park in town to basically go hiking, walking around here, and you are thinking about going to the waterfalls like we are, then walk. Don't drive. It takes about 40 minutes to walk, according to Google anyway, but it's worth it because you can walk along the stream, which is just there. The stream's awesome, stream river, and the path is equally awesome. So you basically walk through this forest. I mean, the roads are next to you, so you can hear a bit of that, but it's still better than being in the car, if you've got the time, that is. Okay, so we were following the path along the stream, which is just over there, and we came across this fenced off building, which there's actually a sign there saying that it's an old mill, and when you follow it around where Joe's just coming from, it basically takes you around to where the stream or river is, and it looks like it used to have 2 towers on the edge of the river, which I imagine would have been where some sort of wheel maybe will have been hung up to power the mill, and then on the other side you can see obviously water flowing down from the hills, but there's quite a lot of like browny soil, so I don't know whether it's just very clay rich ground soil around here, or whether it's something to do with the minerals in the hills. But yeah, interesting. We'll probably need to head up onto the road now, because the path on the side of the stream pretty much ends here. So it's probably up there onto the road, and then probably not far now to the actual waterfalls. The waterfalls aren't huge. I mean, they're decent size, but they are also right next to the gate. Noisy road alert. So yeah, the waterfalls are literally 1 minute, if that, walk from the actual gate where you cross out, where you enter. You have to pay. It's not very expensive. And you can pay using a contactless card, or probably using Android Wallet or Apple Pay or whatever else you've got contactless, which makes it a lot easier since nobody's carrying coins these days. So the next step of the day is to go and get some dinner, and hopefully something will be still open. It's about 5:45 at the minute, so yeah, something should be open surely. Right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for coming along if you watched this far, and we'll see you on the next one, whenever that may be. We shall see. See ya.